Hi guys, we are gonna make dinner, which is gonna be stuffed peppers. And I love stuffed peppers, but I've never made it myself. I've had other people's stuffed peppers, and I've had the Stouffer's frozen stuffed peppers, but I've never made them. So I'm gonna make some stuffed peppers, and then we're gonna make fat bomb fluff for a little sweet treat. I'm gonna make the fat bomb fluff first, so we can put it in the fridge and let it kind of cool while I make dinner. If we're friends on Facebook, I posted this recipe and I posted it on my Facebook page. I'm trying to find my words because I kind of just woke up from a power nap. That's why I'm kind of a mess. And then I ran to the store, now I'm home, and it's hot outside and it's humid, and well, there you have it. But anyway, I posted the fat bomb fluff on my Facebook. I got a few comments and everybody's like, let us know if you make it. So I'm making that, and I'm going to show you the ingredients real quick, and then we'll get started on that. And then we'll get started on the stuffed peppers. But for what I was saying is I'll put the links for both recipes below. Okay. So the first thing you're going to need for the dessert is heavy whipping cream, sugar-free Jell-O, whatever kind you want. I got vanilla, cream cheese, and then chocolate chips. And I always go for dark chocolate. And I have some in the freezer, but those are for picking and snacking. And we'll have plenty of these left, and I'll add these to that. So you can never hoard too much dark chocolate. It's just not even possible to have too much dark chocolate. So anyway, the 4 ingredients, that's it. So let me get you flipped around and we'll get this thing going. Okay, this is going to be super easy, and I hope it's good. So we have 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, we have 1 package of sugar-free pudding. The recipe that I posted, the girl said she used cheesecake flavor. I'm not huge on cheesecake, so I got vanilla. You can get whatever you want. And then 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. One. 2. And this is keto, by the way. That low carb stuff. Okay, and then we're gonna mix it together with our handy dandy hand mixer. I won't make y'all suffer through this. Hang on. Okay, we've got it all whipped up, and it's thick. It didn't take but a minute to get that real thick like that. Okay. And then we are going to fold in some dark chocolate chips. As much as you want. And then you have to eat a few. Yum. Okay. There you have it. Let's put it in the fridge. Start making some stuffed peppers. Okay, we got that in the fridge. That took about 60 seconds. Hopefully it's good. And we are gonna start making some stuffed peppers. I know probably everybody's made stuffed peppers, but once again, I'm always the last one to get on board. That's all right. So what you're gonna need, the recipe that I'm gonna drop below, the link calls for 6 peppers. It's just Shane and I. Riley will be home later. I don't know if she's gonna be into stuffed peppers or not, but I'm only making 4. So you're gonna need your green peppers, okay? You're gonna need an onion, a medium onion. This is kind of a large onion, but whatever. Gonna need that. You're gonna need 2 medium tomatoes, so I'll probably chop up 4 of these because they're smaller. I was gonna use my Sapori tomatoes, but I decided no because I like to snack on those, so I just bought more. And tomatoes on the vine, I don't know what it is. If you know, you tell me, but they always taste so much better. They're more ripe, they're redder, they're prettier, they're just better. They're just better. Okay, so you're gonna need that. You're gonna need a couple of cups of shredded cheese. I got the taco blend because it's got the Monterey Jack, the cheddar, and then a little taco seasoning mixed in, so it just gives a little something extra. You're gonna need a couple cups of rice. Don't quote me on these measurements because I might be getting it wrong, and your exact measurements are below. You're gonna need rice. So I just got boil in a bag, and I got the jasmine rice. You can get regular rice, jasmine rice, whole grain, whole wheat, brown rice, whatever you want. So I like jasmine, and I didn't know they made jasmine boil in a bag, so I'm super pumped about that because if it's not a minute rice or a boil in a bag, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm not good at rice. You know who's good at making rice? That's my Wyatt. He like has making rice down to a science, and it's so good. And then you're gonna need, I think the recipe calls for 1.5 pounds of ground beef. So I got 2 pounds, and I'll just cook it all up. And I always get the grass-fed. This is the Market Side Butcher. Never ever any added hormones or antibiotics, grass-fed ground beef. And I got the 90% lean, 10% fat. I always get this kind because in the world we live in, just to get regular hamburger meat freaks me out. Like regular chicken, if it's not grass-fed or, I don't know. They pump these poor animals so full of antibiotics. They cram them into small spaces. They're mistreated. And first of all, it breaks my heart. But number 2, it's just all those, whatever they eat, we eat. See how that works? Whatever they're eating, we're eating. So I try to, you know, for some of my food, get the grass-fed, healthier stuff if you can, you know, if it's in the budget. And this is around about the same price as regular hamburger meat. So I'm gonna pay $1 more and make sure I'm not getting those hormones and antibiotics. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. That's what you're gonna need. Your veggies, your meat, your cheese, your rice. I'm gonna get all this going. Oh, let's preheat our oven to 350. I'm not pumped about turning on the oven because it's 90 degrees hotter than hell in here, but we gotta just endure the heat for a little bit. So 350. Okay, let me get this going. I'm not gonna make y'all stand here and watch me chop veggies. I'm just gonna do that and then start getting things in the skillet, and I'll bring you back then. Okay? Ooh, look at the steam. Let's turn on the fan. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we have water boiling over here because you have to boil your peppers. So I cut the top off, got all the guts out, rinsed them out real good. And we're going to boil them for 6 to 8 minutes. I had Alexa set the timer for 9 minutes, and that was about a minute ago, so we have about 8 minutes left. We'll let those boil. Where's my tongs? I didn't know that that was a step. So, you can see we got those boiling, okay? Next I'm gonna brown my hamburger meats. I've got all the onions and tomatoes right here. So let me get that going. Okay, hamburger in here. Let's chop that. I picked the worst possible time to make this meal because it is hot, and I got the burners going, I got the oven on. So don't cook this till the sun goes down, or wait till fall. Whatever. I can take it. I can take it. I love the heat. I love running in the heat. I love being outside in the heat, but I do not like being hot in the house, because the house is where I come to cool off. You know what I mean? I don't want to be hot in the house. But it's that time of year where you get out of the shower and you start sweating. It's the sweaty time. It's not sweater weather, it's sweaty weather. Okay, let's dump all this yummy goodness in here. Let's get some seasoning going. Let's do some pepper. Let's do some salt. Or that was salt. Let's do pepper. Let's put some salmon seasoning in it because it goes on everything. I am forever in debt to Stacy Sly for turning me on to this, for getting it for me as a gift, and now I just love it. There's that. Put some hamburger seasoning on it. What did we cook last time that we put all this on there? I don't remember. Somebody tell me. What else? Put some garlic powder. I'm just winging this. I'm digging. I'm digging. What else? What else? There's a little bit of gourmet burger seasoning. Let's put some of that in there. Start using some of that up. Whatever. Put a little onion powder in there. I think that's good. We don't want to overkill. Salt, pepper, and salmon seasoning is probably enough. Okay. I'm going to let all this cook down, and when these are done, I'll probably just boil my rice in this same pepper water. It'll kind of infuse, you know what I mean? So I'm going to get this going and then get the rice going, and I'll be back. Okay, we got the peppers out of that water. This one broke, but it's okay. And this one broke a little bit, but that's okay. I would only boil them for 6 or 7 minutes, not 9. Then we have our 2 bags of boil in a bag jasmine rice. Still working on this part. Okay, here's our meat mixture. We are going to add in our little bags of rice. Mix it all together. Ooh, it's hot, 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 hot. So one of these bags makes 1 cup of rice. And like I said, I boiled it in that pepper water. So maybe I give it a little more flavor. What's that? Let's mix this together. And I'm gonna have a ton left over, so I'll just freeze it. It didn't call for any sauce. I guess you could put tomato sauce in there if you wanted, but I diced up 4 tomatoes in there. And I'm gonna taste this real quick and see if it's got enough seasoning in it, because we don't want it to be bland. I'm blowing on it. Yeah, it's got good flavor. Needs a little touch of salt. It's got real good flavor. Season it up real good, because it takes quite a bit to season up hamburger meat and rice. Just sweet onion, okay? And then we're gonna dump all this cheese in there. It calls for, look, I wrote down the recipe in my little junk journal that I've started. I put a sticker on there. Life with Jesus is better. Everything Martha Crafts and more came in those stickers she sent me. Anyway, it calls for how much? 2 cups. And this whole thing is 2 cups. Says it right there. What was I saying? Oh, we're gonna have a ton of this mixture left over, so I'll probably just freeze it and use it. I don't know, we could cook it up for breakfast with some eggs, or make some other kind of casserole with it. If you guys have any ideas for this leftover mixture, besides peppers again, let me know. I mean, you could just eat it like it is by itself. And of course, because this is got rice in it, it's not low carb, but that's okay. This cheese is real stringy. Look at that. Okay. I'm gonna get a smaller utensil, and we're gonna stuff these peppers. Ooh, I know what we can use. I know. We're gonna use an ice cream scoop. I got a set of these off Amazon, 3 different sizes, and I freaking love them. Okay. We're gonna stuff our messed up pepper first. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Yeah. You could even, oh yeah, we like that. You could even lay your peppers flat and make a casserole instead of stuffing the peppers. Very stringy. Ooh, looky there. I gotta hurry up and get these in the oven because Shane needs to eat before he goes to work. When we get back from Eureka Springs, he goes on to day shift, so we're real excited about that. Okay, so this ice cream scooper is a brilliant idea for this. Just puts it in there real nice and neat. You can push it down in there, get it stuffed real good. Looky there. And gosh, Shane and I only need 2 peppers. These are gonna be filling. I'll be good to eat a half of one. Looky there. Look how pretty these are. I'm proud of these. These are so pretty. Okay. And we've got that much left, so we'll just freeze that, or maybe I'll just put it in a Tupperware and take it to work for lunch. I don't know. There's that. Let's put these bad boys in the oven. Alexa, set the timer for 20 minutes. 350 for 20 minutes. Can't wait. Let's pull them out of the oven. I had to turn my fan on because it's hot up in here. Thumbnail, it's steaming. Those look good, don't they? They smell incredible. We're gonna let those cool. And while we do, Shane had to get out the door. God, I'm a mess. Shane had to get out the door, so he said he's gonna have to rain check these, but I'm not even hungry right now, but I'm gonna eat a little bit because it's 7 o'clock, and I know in a couple hours I'm gonna be hungry and that'll be too late to eat. So I'm just gonna eat like a quarter or a half of one. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But in the meantime, while these are cooling, let's go ahead and taste the Fat Bomb Fluff. Shane tasted it already, and I asked him if I could put him on camera, and he said, I don't feel like being on camera. And I said, I get it. I get it. So Shane tasted it, and he said, it's all right. It's pretty good. So let's me and you taste, well, I'm gonna taste it for you and let you know if you should make it or not. I feel like this is gonna be rich. I'm nervous about this. Why am I nervous? I love sweets. Like, I have a severe sweet tooth. But I don't know why I'm so, I don't know. All right. It's good. It's good. I feel like you should follow the recipe and use the cheesecake pudding instead of vanilla. I like cheesecake a little bit, but I feel like with this, the cheesecake flavor would have been a better idea. That's a lot of fluff. Look, don't make more than the recipe calls for unless you're gonna give it to a lot of people. It's okay. I'm not shouting from the rooftops, but if you have a sweet tooth and you're walking by your fridge and this is sitting in there and you just need a little taste of something, kind of like my dark chocolate chips I keep in the freezer. This is perfect. You can just walk by, take a bite or two, and you're satisfied. So it will satisfy your sweet tooth. It's good. We'll see how fast it gets eaten. I feel like Shane will take a bite every time he walks by the fridge. He's like me. He'll take a few bites, put it up. So I recommend you trying it. Give it a try. See if you like it. See if you like it. And you could even do, you know what else you could do? You could use a chocolate pudding and then put peanut butter chips in there. Oh. Every once in a while, I have a moment of brilliance. Every once in a while. So next time I make this, I'm going to do sugar-free chocolate pudding and peanut butter chips. I feel like it would be better. I feel like it'd be better. This is good, but that will be better. And then I had quite a bit of stuffing left over from these peppers, so I was gonna freeze it, but I feel like we're gonna come back to it, so I just stuck it in the fridge. And if nobody comes back to it in a day or two, then I'll go ahead and put it in the freezer. But there's the stuffing for the peppers, you can just eat it by itself. You know, the pepper is just the shell. But I might take a little bit to lunch tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, let me get this. Let me cut off a little bit of this and then we'll try it. Okay, I'll just cut off a little bit. I'm just not real hungry right now. But the beautiful thing about these is you can even freeze them as is. Like I can put, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the lid on this and put them in the fridge. But if you wanna make these and freeze them, just put the lid on them and put them in the freezer. So let's give this a ye old taste. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes, please. Oh my gosh. I wish I had a house full eating this with me right now. I wish you guys were here. This is definitely a remake. I knew I liked stuffed bell peppers, but it's neat when you make something for the first time and it's just super, super yummy. Yep. And you can even make this low carb and leave the rice out. Or you can leave the rice out and you can put, what can you put in instead? You can just do the meat, cheese, tomatoes, and onions. And you can throw, what's that? You can throw some other veggies in there, like maybe a little bit of cauliflower. Dice up cauliflower instead of rice. And then it'll be totally low carb. Next time I'm going to do that. You can't have it. He's down here. He wants a bite, but dogs cannot have onions, so. And I just fed him. Tell them. What? Use your words? What is it? What's it? What? Oh. Look, listen, he is not neglected. He just had his dinner. He had a couple eggs with some white albacore, okay? So, he had his dinner. Okay, I am a million times happy with this. It was worth heating up the whole house. Just don't cook it in the hottest part of the day. I don't recommend that. I love green peppers. Love them. That's good, y'all. And You know how I said I boiled my peppers for about 9.5 minutes? I'm talking, thank you. You can't have any of this. I boiled mine about 9.5 minutes, and a couple of them busted, which is fine. You're gonna chew it up and swallow it anyway. But, and then I said, so the recipe says boil your peppers for 6 to 8 minutes. I'm thinking, even though they split down the side, 2 of them, and that might have been because how I was pulling them real clumsily out of the pot. I think 9 to 10 minutes is good. Because like they're like a good pasta. They're al dente. They're not too soggy, and they're not done. You know what I mean? Y'all, I cannot. Man, that's good. Next time I'm gonna do the cauliflower. But I love rice. And I especially love jasmine. I don't even know what else to say. Go make the stuffed bell peppers. The recipes for both will be below. If you've made them before and you do them differently, let me know. I'm always about hearing different ideas on how to cook different things. So this was fun. Okay, I love you guys. The Lord loves you more. Thank you for cooking with me. And we'll see you in the next video.